The number one mistake men make in dating. Have you ever had a woman lose interest in you just out of the blue? Just, you're not sure what happened, why that happened. She was into you first, but then she started replying slowly or not texting back anymore. Sometimes you're actually getting aired, and then when it's time to make plans, cancels last minute. Something's off, but you just can't put your finger on it. You're doing everything, you're the good guy. Then you get the message, you're a great guy, but it's just not right for me. You see, most men have no idea what went wrong. One mistake every guy makes that instantly kills attraction. And that once you're able to understand this, the dating game will change forever. See, the truth is, this one thing pushes people away without you even realizing. You're in this space where you meet great people, things are going well, you feel like you're attracted to them, they're attracted to you, but then suddenly the act is different. And at first you're just thinking maybe she's just busy. I've been there. You think the date went great, you message them back saying, oh look, I had a great time. The chemistry's there. But then you're thinking maybe she's stressed, deep down. You feel that the interest is leaving. What most guys do when this happens is they start chasing, and I was one of them. But I'm here to tell you, as a dating coach, that's the last thing you want to do. Trying to overcompensate. If she pulls back, this is what you do. Let me break down, before I break down the solution, these few things that you're probably doing. I want to help you understand the situation here. So here's the problem. The problem is you're prioritizing her over yourself. When you make the woman the priority, right? When your life is evolved around her and you've only just met her, women lose the ability to see you as someone that's mysterious. They lose the ability to see you as someone that's got more to give, because you're giving everything at such a cheap price, which may be her sleeping with you or her even just being pretty. The moment she becomes your all, solely based on short-term or untangible goals, she loses all respect for you, because she's like, how many other people has he done this with? And she may only be the one person that's you interested in, but the reason why you're interested in her is because of her personality or because of the way she carries herself. It could be different factors. But because you gave it up so easily, that value becomes weak. Number 2, you're trying to win her over instead of just leading. You see, women say that they want you to treat them as the price, but what they're actually saying is, you're the price and I'm the price. So I got to see the value in you so that you can see the value in me. What do I mean? She's naturally drawn to someone that sees themselves or esteems themselves or respects themselves. When you put yourself down and put her up, that's the perfect antidote to get yourself walked over. So, one of the biggest issues I face with a lot of my clients is they've gone from this nice guy journey into sort of transitioning, and they're sort of navigating from one extreme to the other, right? And the reason why you've done that is because you initially made everything about her, and then when you made everything about her, she walked all over you. So you thought, let me go to the other side, which is stop caring about her. But then when you get to that side, by the time it's time for you to actually build something tangible, she's gone. Rightly so, because there's no connection between the two of you. So the real attraction here happens when you set the tone, when you create the room temperature, when you allow the both of you to understand the level or the chemistry that should be in the room. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to lead. And the reason why I'm able to share this so happily with you guys is because when I was able to do that, or when I started doing that, everything changed. I went from this guy who would get aired on Hinge or on these other dating apps to the guy who would pretty much go on every date he messaged the person to go on. And it was a high success rate if they responded, but at the same time, it was boring because I was still in that phase where I was too cold, but I was setting the tone. Does that make sense? So a lot of times, the reason why they're not losing interest so quickly is because you're not setting the tone. And I'm not saying you need to be this guy that's like, hey, I'm the alpha. That's probably the worst thing you could do. Oh my gosh, you guys are, it's hard. Right, so you're not saying to them you're alpha or this guy that's on top of things. No, what you're literally doing is, hey, this is what I want to do. What's your thoughts on it? Or, hey, look, I'm thinking of going to this place, that place, that place. Which one do you prefer? But you're setting the tone. You're showing her that you want to make a decision. Okay? Number 3, you suppress your true self. Now, this is something I used to struggle with, especially when I was a nice guy. I always thought that me bringing out my dark side was bad for everybody, was just bad news. It was like this wild animal in a cage that I just couldn't tame. So I'd protect people by making myself seem like a weakling, making myself seem as someone who didn't have a backbone, making myself seem as someone who couldn't protect themselves. And that's actually the most dangerous place to be in. Because when things triggered me to the point of no return, I had no control over my actions. I just went red. And it was only through jiu-jitsu that I then learned that me going red was not only feminine, but was weak. And I was like, hold on a minute. So this whole time, here's me thinking that me going to my dark side is what people don't need to see. And actually what I always needed to do is learn how to navigate them. Learn how to hone my instincts. Learn how to hone and control how I want to feel, how I want to move, and the things I want to say without feeling sorry or concerned, just unapologetic. So what happened was I then became this person that opened the cage and said, you're allowed to roam free, but we've got to come back and work this together. So initially I went wild, like you probably would in your first probably week or so, but then we came together and sat down. I said, okay, cool. So when it's time for you to be angry, this is what you do. This is when it's time for you to be happy, this is when you come in. And then I learned how to balance these two worlds that were completely against each other at first, solely based on what I was told. I was told, be the nice guy, be the kind guy, be kind to people, be good. Now, the reason why this is so crucial, which is suppressing your true self, is once you learn how to hone your dark side, and it's like you become this person that chooses to be kind. You become this person that chooses that actually this person doesn't deserve for me to be kind to them. So because of that, I'm going to stand up for myself. Because of that, I'm going to say this is where the line is drawn. And you're not scared to confront people anymore. Right? So when you don't have a connection between these two worlds, you become boring because you're too nice. She can't sense an edge. She can't sense your ability to show her that, how do I say this without getting cancelled? She wants to feel like she's with a man, okay? And a man has the ability to protect himself. A man has the ability to show strength. And a man has the ability to show that he can dominate if needed be. A man shows that he can defend the people he loves if needed be, right? So The mistake you're making is in suppressing this very person that gives you the edge of making it seem like you can actually protect her. Because women want to feel their instincts, what they want to feel. And I repeat, feel. They may not tell you this, but what they want to feel is a man. They may want to talk to a nice guy, because being kind is good and it's great, but they want to feel a man. How do they feel a man? Your dark side allows you to do that, especially if you're nice. Especially if you don't have a backbone, especially if you're someone that's naturally introverted, anxious, and very, very feminine. See it this way: masculine energy, feminine energy. If you're in your emotions, if you're this guy that's like very, very fragile, very soft, you're very feminine. If you're very, very harsh, very, very cold, very, very you lack empathy, you're just very logical and critical thinking, you're very masculine. So it's about intertwining the two and becoming a man that can make a choice and pick which side I can pick from. Today, I'm the guy. Tomorrow, I'm the nice guy. But it's by choice, not forced. So what is the one shift that you can make? We've discussed these problems. What is the one shift that we can make? We've already discussed one already, which is becoming one with your dark side. But women lose interest because you're not good enough. So women don't lose interest in you because you're not good enough. They lose interest when they stop feeling attraction. So the game here is keeping her attracted. How do you keep her attracted? Stop over prioritizing her. Learn the dynamics of flowing with her cues. Learn to play the game. Learn to dance. Right? Study her body language. Study body language inside. Now, I've got a video where I learned this. I teach the social skills. But more than anything, study her, observe her. There's cues that she's giving you. She doesn't want you to tell her how she feels. Please. Oh, gosh. Like, guys, look, I've got a 12-week coaching program where I can go into full breakdown. But look, to keep this short, you want to understand her body language more than her words. 93% is between tonality and body language. The rest is what they actually say. So it's never about what they say, it's how they say it. And then, last but not least, show up as your real self. Make a pact with your dark side. Let it out of the cage and learn how to tame it. Listen, if you can't control your dark side, you're just as feminine as she is, if not worse. Because you're supposed to have control over that. Stop giving this yourself the excuse that you've got to keep your dark side cage. No. You want to learn how to tame it. You want to learn how to master the ability to control yourself in all areas. So that if someone disrespects you, you know how to act. If someone is kind to you, you know how to act. The difference between the two is critical, and it's with the difference between a boy and a man. You want to learn how to be a man? You're struggling to be nice? Learn how to be nice. You're struggling to be strong? Learn how to be strong. But without the two, you're going to struggle. So learn how to do both. Now, I've mastered this and shared every single tip and the sort of program in my coaching. Like I said earlier, if you're the right fit for this coaching, then of course, definitely book a call. The link is in the description and I'll see you on the other side. But for everyone else, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm rooting for you. Peace.